We are continuing with 3.3 Solving Multi-Step Equations Part 2 of the same lesson. Look at question number 21. 4 over 3 times 7 minus n equals 12. Students, you have two options. You can do the distributive property and then you can get the answer, or you can try getting rid of this 4 over 3. So if you look at 4 over 3, 7 minus n equals 12. Now, the only way to get rid of a fraction, 4 over 3, is to multiply it by the reciprocal. So when I'm talking about the reciprocal, I'm talking about the inverse. So flipping this fraction upside down, 3 over 4. Because you multiply a fraction by the reciprocal, you should always be able to get a 1. So in order to get rid of this fraction 4 over 3, I'm going to multiply this by the reciprocal 3 over 4. And remember, whatever you do on one side, you do the same thing on the other side. So you do the same thing, 3 over 4 multiplied on this side. Now the 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, they both look friendly enough. 3 and 3, they both can be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 gives you a 1, so I'm going to cancel this and cancel this. 4 divided by 4 also gives you a 1. I'm going to cancel this and cancel this. So all I'm left with is just 7 minus n on the left side. Now, this looks like a fraction. I'm going to make it look like a fraction by sticking a 1 on the bottom. 12 times 3 is 36. 1 times 4 is 4. So now if I look on the left side, 7 minus n, 36 divided by 4 gives you a 9. And now I have to get rid of the 7 because I need to get the n to safety. So that means I need to get rid of the 7. The only way I can get rid of the 7 is look at the sign before the number. This will be a positive 7. Don't look at the sign after, look at the sign before. That's a positive 7. So let's go in with a negative 7 on this side and a negative 7 on this side. 7 minus 7 cancels out to give you 0. In this case, I'm not going to put a 0, just canceling them out. And negative n equals 9 minus 7 gives you a 2. Now focus on this tip. Negative n equals 2, which means n equals negative 2. Watch the way I took the sign and I gave it to the other side. N is negative 2 or negative n is positive 2. Just a little shortcut. Let's focus on question number 22. Once again, you got 4 equals 2 over 9, 4 over 4y minus 2. Now remember, this is the enemy side where you need to get the y safety across. So let's focus on 2 over 9. 2 over 9 is a fraction. To get rid of the fraction 2 over 9, all I need to do is multiply it by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2 over 9, in this case, is going to be 9 over 2. Now remember, whatever you do on one side, you do the same thing on the other side. So this side also, on the left side, I am multiplying it by 9 over 2. So 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom cancels out. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom cancels out. Because 9 divided by 9 gives you a 1. 2 divided by 2 gives you a 1. So which means you are left with just 4y minus 2. So on this slide, I have a fraction. I'm going to stick a 1. I'm going to make a fraction. Now watch the method I'm going to use right now. Now, if you look at the numerator 4 and the denominator 2, I am focused on the left side because the right side, so far this is all I have. So the 4 on the top and the 2 on the bottom, they both look friendly enough. So 4 and 2, they both can be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 gives you a 2. 2 divided by 2 gives you a 1. So you have 9 times 2 to give you 18, and 1 times 1 gives you a 1, and 18 divided by 1 is still going to give you 18 equals 4y minus 2. So now you got your two-step equations. So which means you need to get the y to safety. Y is being so closely watched by 4. We'll come back to it after. Let's get rid of the two negatives. Let's go in with a positive 2 on this side and a positive 2 on this side. Negative 2, positive 2 cancels out to give you 4y equals 20. Now remember, you need to get the y to safety. 4 and y, no sign between, which means it's multiplying. The opposite of multiplying will be to divide. So let's use the division symbol like this and divide it by 4 on this side. Use the division symbol and divide it by 4 on this side. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom gives you a 1. 4 divided by 4 gives you a 1. So 1 times y is y. 20 divided by 4 gives you a 5. Let's focus on question number 33. They are asking you to find the value of x for the triangle or the rectangle. In this case, we got a triangle. And the perimeter is given, which is 24. The perimeter is when you add the sides up. So let's add all the sides up, and they said the perimeter is 24. So when you add up all the sides, such as x plus 4 plus 10, x minus 1, which is this, plus add this one, which is 4x, it should equal the perimeter, which is 24, which is given to you in the question. So I'm getting the 24 because it is part of the question. So now let's simplify this expression. You got x plus 4, and now if I look over here, I have got an a distributive property. So x plus 4, there is nothing I can do. But here I have a distributive property. So let's take care of the distributive property. So positive 10 multiplies x, positive 10 multiplies negative 1. So positive 10 times x gives you positive 10x. Positive 10 times negative 1 gives you a negative 10 plus 4x equals 24. Now combine all the like terms that look alike. So x plus 10x, watch the sign, how I'm taking it with the sign attached, and 4x with the sign attached. So you take it as 1x. So 1x plus 10x plus 4x. 1x plus 10x is 11x. 11x plus 4x is 15x. And now you need to combine the numbers. Now remember, you're doing all the operations on the enemy side. You are trying to reduce it as much as possible. You're trying to collect things together so it is easy to go in and to rescue the X. Because you don't want them scattered all over the place. You want to collect them all in one place so it's easy to go and save the X. So now we got positive 4, negative 10. Combine them together to give you negative 6 equals 24. Now you got a two-step equation. So you need to get the x to safety. X is being watched so close by the 15. We'll come back to it after. So let's go and get rid of the 6 negatives. The opposite of negative 6 will be positive 6 on this side and positive 6 on this side. Negative 6, positive 6 cancels out. So you are left with 15x equals 30. You need to get the x to safety. It's being closely watched by 15. No sign between, which means it's multiplied by 15. The opposite of multiplying by 15 will be to divide by 15 on this side. Use the division symbol like this and divide by 15 on this side. 15 divided by 15 gives you a 1. 1 times x is x. 30 divided by 15 gives you a 2. And that'll be the answer. Now this one, I need you guys to give it a try. We will go over this question together in the class. Make sure that you solve this question first. So I have a triangle, and the sides that are given to you is m plus 5, m plus 3, 2, and minus 1. Just a little hint, this will be the distributive property. So I am giving you one other clue that the perimeter in this case is 26 units. So what I need you guys to do is, if the perimeter is 26 units, I need you guys to find m, which means solve for m, which means I need to find what m is equal to. Go ahead and give this question a try, solve this question, and we will go over these questions tomorrow in the class.